Shalom, our dear friends, and welcome to Parasha Pinchas. One of the only, I think, two parasha in the entire Torah that one story doesn't end in one parasha, like Parasha Balak last week, and continues the story the next week, which is this week. I think Parasha Vaishlach is one, and in this week Parasha, in last week we see that 24,000 Jews are being killed. And it is Pinchas that killed Zimri and Cosby, and by killing them ends the killing among the Jews. So this big parasha begins by saying, and God gives and grant Pinchas ben Elazar the covenant of peace. It could have easily said that in last week parasha. So how come Torah did not say that and extend it to this week? The reason is because in Pirkei Avot, the first thing it says, it comes when you come to deliberation, when you come to make a decision, do not rush into things. Think through and think again, and be very deliberate in making decisions. And Pinchas was not deliberate, in as much as he did the right thing to end the killing among the Jews. However, because what he did was bloody, therefore you stop. And then later on you see, yes, what he did was right. And that's why the word shalom, the covenant of shalom that Hashem grants to Pinchas, the vav is broken. You know that entire Torah, if any letter is broken, then the Torah is pasul, and we cannot use it anymore. But Hashem comes and break that rule. And one word can be broken, and the word shalom, the vav. And you know what shalom is? It doesn't just mean hello, doesn't mean peace. The real meaning of shalom is complete harmony. When everything works together so beautifully, there's a shalom in the apple we eat because the mud, the air, the water, and the sun, they all have come together and beautifully, harmoniously have made this beautiful apple. And so there's shalom in that apple. And so when there is killing and bloodshed, in as much as it was a great thing to do, but there is a shalom is not complete. There is something broken in that. And this is why Pinchas was a great leader, did not become the leader of Bnei Israel. It was Yehoshua. And it is because of that that you don't see so many kids call their kids Pinchas, as opposed to Yehoshua, who is deliberate. And he is very popular name among all of us, including my own son. So, what was it? Let's take a look at this. What was the problem? What was that 24,000 Jews were getting killed? And what was it that Pinchas put the end into that? You know, in the last week parasha, Balak goes to find Bilam to curse the Jews, and it is really like atomic bomb that Balak is trying to come up and destroy the entire Jewish nation. And Bilam is that atomic bomb who come to destroy the Bnei Israel. So, what is about cursing? Is it really hocus pocus? Or is it something very, very profound into that? And I want to tell you, one of the great point of Torah is keep saying, do not worship the idol of Pa'ur. And it keeps saying that. And even when Moshe passes away, Torah says, and he was buried in opposite of mountain of Pa'ur. So what is this idol of Pa'ur, which is so potent? And it is through this idol that Bilam wants to bring the curse and destruction of Israel. And when you look at it, you see, oh my gosh, this is happening to this day. So what is this idol? If I tell you this, you think it's crazy. You think I made this story, because how could an idol be like that? How can it be that their God, you do something like that? Because Baal Pa'ur, which is their God, how do you worship this idol? You don't bring your kids to sacrifice to them. You don't give anything to this idol. What you do is that you go do defecation in front of it, and as you release yourself in front of this idol, that's a worshipping of that idol. And there's a midrash, it says, as one of the Jews was doing that, he wanted to disgrace the idol and clean his body with the idol. And the priest of Midian that saw that, he came and kissed that Jewish person, and he said, wow, you taught us a new way of worshiping this idol. So what is disgusting way of worshiping this idol is very, very profound. It says, I don't care. The whole message, the curse that Bil'am wants to bring the Bnei Israel is to say, I don't care. And the day that we say, I don't care, that's the end of it. There's nothing left. When you don't care, there's nothing left. And this was the curse that he wanted to bring. And what is this idol that they bring to worship? Because if you go in front of your God and you do something, this is the lowest physical thing a person can do, and you do that in front of God, and you even clean yourself with that God, you say, I don't care about anything. I'm giving up on life. If I'm doing such a low thing in front of the God, because I don't care. And that's exactly what they wanted. You know, after October 7, the hope and what a Revolutionary Guard in Iran said specifically, that now we hope that if Israelis give up on the dream of living in Israel, and we'll give them time to live without killing them. That is the idol of power that I bring to us, that we don't care. And the shock and awe of October 7 was supposed to be so hard that for us to say, we don't care. But you know, one thing which is amazing, and it begs to be asked and to be discovered, why is it that instead of Balak coming to hug the Bnei Israel, after all we're cousins, they are from Moab, from Lot, brother-in-law of Abraham. So why is it that as opposed to coming to hug us and they say, we're so happy you're back to your land, let's come together and let's build a great civilization. Why is it that they go out of their way to destroy Bnei Israel? And why is it that they don't see anything positive, only see the negative? And the answer, my friend, is the question that Mr. Jacob Kavosh asked me last week. He said, wow, if I'm riding a donkey and the donkey would start to talk to me, I want to stop and say, wow, what a shocking thing. What's the message? That the donkey opened mouth and talked to me. How come Bilam did not see that the donkey is talking to him, said, don't go? And the answer is when the hate is so much, when you hate, your whole body is hate, you don't care about anything. You don't want to hear anything. You know, President Trump went to Qatar and got Qatar to invest $5.6 trillion in USA. You know what's the population of Qatar? It's only 320,000 people. I believe is the smallest country in the world, or at least one of the absolutely smallest country in the world. 320,000 people, less than a million, 1/3 of 1 million. And what's the population of Iran is 100 million. And you know where they get this money? Right in between the borders of Iran and Qatar on the Persian Gulf. The name is the Persian Gulf. They have built a fascinating structure, and they suck in all the gas, and they're selling the whole world. Entire money that they have is coming from there, which is right on the border. They are sucking the wealth of the Persian people, and they're selling to the world, and they're getting super, super rich. That in one shot, they invest $5.6 trillion in USA, and the government of Islamic Republic of Iran, they're not concerned. They don't see is a donkey talking, but they do not see, and they say this money belongs to the people of Iran. And what do they see? The only thing that they see is, the Jews came and got the desert, all the desert in Israel, and they make it in the city. This belongs to the Palestinians. And they are putting all the wealth of Persian people to fight and create all this army. And they don't see that their entire wealth in the Persian Gulf is taken away from them. This week Parasha is an amazing, 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 powerful thing for you and I, for everyone to get up and put away all our personal agenda, and then see life as it is, and live a life which is built on logic, reasons, what is good, and based on love and unity of all humanity. Shabbat Shalom.